Trigger warning. Naomi's story about overdose can be upsetting.
Naomi, thank you for talking to me today about naloxone. If we start with your own experience, do you remember what led up to you having naloxone?
Yeah, I was using quite recklessly at the time, intravenously, and I wasn't being careful with amounts or testing them, and so I'd cooked up a hit. Don't even remember pushing it all in, and then I came round to the ambulance being there. When I came to, because they'd had to use quite a number of doses, I remember feeling I'd gone into withdrawal, but it was a real extreme withdrawal. My heart was palpitating so much and I was shaking so badly. I felt nauseous. My vision was blurred. It was just the worst kind. It was like a withdrawal, just a million times worse. That's how I can only describe it.
Okay, sure. And what happens when someone has an overdose? What happens physiologically?
Well, opiates, they suppress the breathing. So you stop breathing, and then obviously that will lead to no oxygen getting to the brain, and then your body will just shut down and your heart will stop and you'll die unless you're given naloxone and urgent treatment. I didn't come round enough, and so was in a coma, and my mum was warned that I could be brain damaged because of the amount of time that I'd had no oxygen go to my brain.
Wow. Gosh, so your mum must have been happy that you're okay.
Yeah, but at the time it was extremely traumatic for her and the rest of my family, but particularly her. And it's still a worry that she carries with her to this day. If, she rings, I don't pick up the phone. It does have long-lasting consequences. Somebody had an overdose in my property. I administered naloxone to them. It didn't have any effect. Paramedics were called by somebody else in the property at the time, and when they arrived they administered more to the person, and they eventually came round, and they were extremely unhappy. They were quite angry and aggressive towards the paramedics. I think his exact words were, "You spoilt my high." Because I believe that naloxone, it blocks them.
Yeah.
And so it will just send you into immediate withdrawal.
So it doesn't feel good for the person.
Not at all. It's really, really horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why most of the times I've seen people come round after it, if they're users that are dependent on opiates, they're not happy at all.
Yeah.
Waking up from an overdose to feel all of our pain may well make us angry, but isn't it better than being dead?